You know, there's a lot of talk that Mitt Romney's sweep of yesterday's three primaries pretty much seals the deal for him. Well, political science professor Jason Johnson is joining us now to take a look at these results in a very, how can I say, doesn't mince words way. So what do you think the takeaway is from the three primaries yesterday?
You know, here's the big takeaway. So Rick Santorum says it's only halftime.
Yeah.
And that's true, but it's halftime and you're down by about 200 points. Okay, he's not going to make this up. It's done.
Think so?
Yeah, it's so done. I mean, he wants to hang around till Pennsylvania, but yeah, he got kicked out of Pennsylvania in 2006. So I think it's really time for the rest of these guys to give up, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah, he does face a lot of pressure going into his own state where, as you mentioned, he lost in a Senate reelection in 2006.
Right.
So doesn't he have to make a good showing there if he does want to continue at all?
I mean, I think at this point he might be running for vice president because he's certainly not running for this nomination. I think he's sticking in. He's hoping that Mitt Romney will feel like he has no choice. He has to have a conservative to sort of build up the base because there's no chance, even on the 24th. Okay, so he wins Pennsylvania. He's not going to win in New York. He's not going to win those other northeastern states. So I think Santorum is just, he's applying for a job right now.
That's an interesting, wouldn't that be an interesting twosome, because you'd have one considered a moderate and one considered very conservative. Wouldn't you have a wider appeal?
That's usually what you do. I mean, you know, believe it or not, Ronald Reagan had to do that when he picked George Bush. Usually you have sort of the moderate who's the main candidate, and then they'll get sort of the conservative for their vice presidential pick.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like Marco Rubio's that enthusiastic about Romney, so Santorum might be his only choice.
Okay, so Santorum, as you said, is only halftime, but I think a lot of people are saying, isn't it time we settle on a nominee here? Right. But what about the storyline that conservatives perhaps are not in love with Mitt Romney? Is that still a viable storyline?
It's viable, and I've told people it doesn't matter how many endorsements Mitt Romney gets. I mean, like, Ronald Reagan could show up in the sky like the Lion King and endorse Mitt Romney. It's not going to change anything, okay? People just don't like the guy, and that's going to be the case all the way through the fall.
So why was it even close in Wisconsin, though? I mean, Romney only beat Santorum by 4 points.
Right, but he's got more money. I mean, he can bombard the airwaves with all these ads to make everyone else look bad. I mean, he spends more than all the other candidates combined. So money is going to help you a lot in politics, but it can't buy you love.
All right.